Nissan is back. Yes, you heard me right. Nissan is back with a brand new product. And we've got Mr. Saurabh Vatsa with us, the boss man at Nissan India, to tell us more about it. Welcome to Republic Auto, sir.
Thank you.
So, first up, Nissan is back with a new product after a very long time. How has that journey been for the company?
Well, the journey was based on the success of Magnite, and success of Magnite defined that we're going to be in the country, committed to India, and therefore expand with a very meaningful portfolio. And the first one is right here. More are on the way. We've already announced the names of the cars. We've announced the timing of the cars. It's just a matter of time before you get to see the cars, but they are all coming.
Of course, there were a lot of talks about Nissan exiting the country as well, but you've squashed all those rumors with a brand new product. So let's talk a bit about the Gravite as well. Where does the name come up from, and what does the Gravite mean for Nissan going forward?
Well, Gravite is our entry into the BMPV segment, very important because this is a growing segment. And this is also growing because we found a lot of consumers who are using these kind of vehicles for duality of purpose. When I say duality of purpose, daytime possibly they want to use it for their small businesses that they're running. Evening, weekends, they want to use it for their family, possibly don't want to have a second car. Makes perfect sense. Nissan as a brand has a lot of I would say, not just residual equity in their minds, it resonates with them because it's a Japanese brand. They do want the car and they want it from Nissan, and we've got a lot of feedback from consumers on the Gravite. So makes a lot of sense for us to bring this out and bring this out pretty quickly.
So there aren't many cars that you can find in the subcompact MPV segment. So what are your expectations from the Gravite? What kind of sales are you expecting to do for the car to do?
Well, I won't put a number to it, but this segment is pretty interesting because this segment is kind of growing in a way that it's kind of pulling in volumes from its surrounding segments, whether it's hatches or it's BSUVs. And that's a very interesting spot to be in because as the number of people who are doing small businesses, and the government is really focusing on MSMEs and therefore giving a lot of incentives to people to start their own businesses. A lot of young startups are coming in, and that's what you would have seen in the definition that we have. That's exactly where we see an opportunity with this car, with its special, joyful modularity that we call it, or duality of purpose, you may call it. That is very, very important to these consumers, and that segment's growing. So I won't peg a number to it right now, but we are very happy to expand into this segment.
I just wanted to slightly transgress from the conversation. You spoke about doing 2.5 lakh units. Was it for the car or was it for the brand?
I shared two numbers. I said 240,000 Magnites, and I said 100,000 domestic, 100,000 export in financial year 26-27. We're working on that, and that's not just for this car. We've got a 4-car portfolio by the end of 26-27. That includes all of them. So Magnite stays. It's doing very well for us. Gravite joins the family, youngest member of the family. Tekton's following, and then the bigger CSUV 7-seaters following.
We'll talk about the Tekton and the bigger car as well. But right now, let's focus on the Gravite. And can you tell me what do you think will be the standout feature of the car? Why would someone want to go and buy a Gravite?
For one, it's a lovely BMPV with its joyful modularity. This customer is especially looking at modularity function because they are going to use it for different purposes. Comes out beautifully in the car. Second, they want their aspirations coming alive with the contenting, with the combinations that we're giving on the car. Again, it ticks the box there. Third, it meets all their tech requirement that they want on the car. So it's not out of the box tech, but it's tech what they need, which is here. Fourth, we've not just launched the car, we've launched a complete ecosystem around it as we shared with you, which is what these consumers are looking for because they're not buying the car for a short period of time, they're looking at a longer ownership. And that's where this complete surround ecosystem really resonates with them. So when we speak to consumer cohorts, we find that the package is gelling with them. This is what they needed, whether it's financing, whether it's extendable warranties or service maintenance packages. The entire ecosystem that we put behind the car, that's what they are looking for.
And you also spoke about how you want to expand your dealership network as well. And with the new car, obviously, that's going to be like something that you really want to focus on. So can you share the numbers and how?
Right now, by the end of this year, we're going to have 170 showrooms. And by the next financial year, we're looking at 250 showrooms. This expansion is going to cater to both sides of the business because on one side you have Gravite, you have Magnite. On the other side you have Tekton, and then you have the 7-seater which is coming in, which is the more premium version which is coming in. So we are looking at expanding in both tier 1, tier 2 towns and 3 and 4 towns because the consumer is looking at potentially buying Nissans across now. We've been slow in our expansion because we were a one-car company. Tomorrow morning we are a two-car company. So the network is expanding in line with that.
So moving now on to the Tekton, that is going to be obviously your second big launch for the year. What kind of expectations are there, and how does placing now 3 cars in your portfolio, how is that going to turn out for Nissan?
Well, first things first, it's pretty exciting to go from 1 cars to 4 cars in a short span of time. Almost 12 months we'll be doing that. From now, within 12 months we are doing that. So we're going from 1 segment to 4. Obviously, when you're looking at different consumer sets, you're looking at different segment sets. It's very, very intense because the consumers are different, the segments are completely different, the markets are different. And we've got to focus internally on making sure that we're doing all our homework right, whether it's our teams, whether it's training, whether it's content for all these consumers. It has to be absolutely bang on, and that's what we're working on. So exciting times. We've rolled up our sleeves. We are behaving like a startup, and that's what we're doing right now. Someday, if you come to our office, that's what you'll see.
I'll quickly wrap up. I've got last 2 questions. Firstly, about the engine options, you're just giving one naturally aspirated 1 liter. Are you thinking of adding more engine options in the coming future?
So like you saw, we got 8 variants with that one engine packaging. So we got 2 transmission options. We got manual transmission, we got easy shift. And then what we're bringing in is the CNG kit, which is going to come in as an aftermarket. It's a dual cylinder kit, which is again first in the segment. And the second part is that as we launch it, what's really important for these consumers is affordable mobility. It's more money for value rather than value for money. And focusing on that money for value, we are bringing it right now with this engine option. As we grow, as we get more feedback with the consumers, we are open to exploring other options.
And my last question, which other cars will Nissan bring by 2028? Will there be an electric? Will there be a hybrid?
2028. That's interesting. So right now, like I said, we are a startup which is launching new cars every 6 months. We just want to make sure that we do it right. While the excitement's there, it's a lot of responsibility to make sure that the cars settle well in the market. The dealers are ready, the sales consultants are well trained, aftermarket is all ready, service stations are all ready. It takes time and it takes a lot of work and patience to do that. We're doing that. This year is 3 new cars, and we're working on lots more excitement, and at the right time we're going to share that with you. So lots more in the pipeline.